So today's topic is transportation for students with special needs.
Here it's cold. You have certain bus drivers that certain bus drivers that will work with you and be like, I'll text you once to come down because you're humans and they understand.
Or they have children themselves.
Right. Or it's just like being courteous, especially if you know it's just being a good human, right? It's not like cell phone plans is charging you per text. You know what I mean? It costs you $0 to do that. It was something, so I'm down there waiting. I forgot exactly what was that I asked her, and she's like snapped on me. And it took me like 5 seconds to get it, like when the doors closed and like there's like a stop sign.
At the end of the block.
Right. And it just hit, like it clicked on me. I literally ran behind the bus, knocked on the back of the window, knocked on the door. Like I was in tears. I was like, give me my effing son right now. It was like, she opened the door. The driver looked at her. She looked at her. They were like, get this lady her kid, because this is not like I called, I reported, I don't know what happened with that. It was like 7 years ago. I don't want you to take from my experience the outburst. What I want you to take from my experience is whatever you don't feel comfortable with your child, remove him from it. Like if you could call, what's a Karen for a Dominican? Like a Maria, una Juana, something.
No, you turned into a Karen. Like that, it's okay.
It was I called everyone. I emailed Channel Bronx News. Like it was. So then again, everything was like smooth after that.
And it's the lack of the thing. Okay, so I want to touch on like three things that you said. So like it's the lack of communication between the busing company and the parent, right? That's one. The busing company and the school. That's another lack of communication, right? There was a time was it this year? Yeah, this year. They switched Aiden's bus route.
Out of nowhere.
Nobody told me. I called the bus matron because I see that she hadn't texted me. She's like, Marcy, he's not on the bus route anymore. I'm like, and who was going to tell me? The school didn't tell me. OPT didn't tell me. I get it that they have a new online system because now it's like, through that New York City schools account. That was one thing, the lack of communication, which is like really frustrating. And I can see how certain parents, like if they have just had their child diagnosed, can be frustrated. Like there has been times that I'm running down the stairs with my kid because nobody called me. Running down the stairs with Aiden, and he was a baby. He was like 3 or 4 years old, with him on my back because he couldn't go down the stairs by himself. Me running, sweating, crying almost. The bus is there. They see me coming down and they drive off.
Oh, that's happened.
Like how freaking inhumane can you be? Like, and then now I have to figure out how am I going to get my kid to school? Yeah, so it's the lack of communication and the fact that a lot of the people that work on the buses don't have experience with kids with special needs.
Right.
They have no idea how to deal with them. They're like, oh, your kid is talking all the time. Or like, for example, Aiden, he does the echolalic speech, but with him is like when he's using the iPad, he'll repeat, or like when he's on his phone, he'll repeat the speech from the thing, and he gets loud. But okay, yeah, they don't know how to deal with that. I don't think they give them a training of how to work with kids with special needs. I don't know if that has been in your experience.
So now with the staff, I think it should be, with the lady in the bus, it should depend on where the child is on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So if the child on the spectrum is, more severe than others, I think there should be some type of training to deal with any type of emergencies. And because IEPs are so mandatory, it's all there. This is why I don't understand why the system is broken. So if your child has like time travel limitations, if your child needs help going up the little steps in the bus, if your child, gets half flashes, it has to have a bus with working AC. If they need, if they have problems with touching and they have to sit by themselves, like all of these things are on the bus, on the IEP. So why isn't that when you're taking this route, these things aren't applied? And
no. It's gotten a little, like, I'm not going to say it has been completely like horrible the whole time. Yeah, it has changed a little bit. There's certain people that have been employed, but I have had actually to like escalate it to the point of emailing the CEO of a company, of one of the bus companies, to have my son transferred and speaking to the person that's in charge of routing for the Office of People Transportation because of the issues that I was having. First of all, the bus driver was always absent. They always had a sub, right?
Which means that then now your child gets there later, dropped off later because they have to find, like, you know, they have to go search for a driver.
And the person quit in the middle of the year.
Oh, wow.
So they kept having to have substitute bus drivers, right? The bus route was crazy. They weren't leaving on time. I was getting to work late. It got to a point that I was just like, you know, like, what the heck am I going to do?
And paper trail. All that call and all that stuff, no, like emails and, you know, who do you contact? Who did you speak to? And taking pictures of like your son waiting for the bus and circling the time that you went down and how long you waited before it got there. That's what I mean by paper trail, because if not, they won't. Nothing happens.
And whenever you have an issue with the bus, please call. I know that people get frustrated. They're tired. They got to rush to work, whatever the case may be. You need to, as you're on your way to work, give a call to OPT, to the Office of People Transportation. Get on the phone, get a complaint number. Call the person that's in charge of busing at the school. Give them that complaint number as well. Because the thing is like, it shouldn't just stay with you. You should have this written down. I was able to have them switch the bus route because of because of that bus driver and the bus matron were wild that year. So I had like a full note.
Can I speak to your manager?
One of those notes on the iPhone, time, date, all the complaint numbers. And then when I wrote that email that I escalated to the CEO of the company, I was able to come with data and information and to the router as well. And I CC'd everybody. So everybody knew that where we were at. And the principal también.
Of course.
Because the thing is like...
And they got changed.
Yeah, and they got changed. And the thing is, I feel like now an OPT, they have me as like the crazy mom. And I don't care.
No, it's fine.
No, because like like people don't mess with me. Like people go ahead and they call and everything. But the thing is like, it shouldn't have to be that it gets to that point. You know what I'm saying?
But it is. It does. It's unfair. And we have to not only advocate, but also